Hello parents, today we are looking at protecting our children from molestation and abuse. Now many times children do not have words enough to describe what they are actually going through. They communicate through behavioral changes, emotions and even silence. And when we as parents we miss these signs, the consequences can be so devastating. Do not ignore these signs from your children. Now, if your child suddenly becomes withdrawn or unusually quiet, please don't ignore it. When a child changes, it means that something has happened around that child. Child molestation is more common than we can actually think because most of these abusers are people the child already knows and trusts. So sometimes fear, shame, and even threats can keep these children, the victims, silent. And that's why parents, we must see beyond words. And so, amongst these signs that must not be taken for granted, like I earlier mentioned, is behavioral changes. This can be seen in the form of withdrawal, silence, or even fearfulness. Please don't take it for granted. Now, when a child actually refuses to go to certain places or meet someone, most times it's someone they have already used to or maybe places they've always gone to before now. When the child refuses to go, please don't force that child. Give that, rejection a second thought. Now, another signs you must not take for granted is regression. This could come in form of clinginess, a child always wanting to, hang around you as a parent. Most times it is born out of the fact that the child feels safer with you or even nightmares. Another sign that must not be taken for granted is emotional shifts. This comes in form of anxiety, sadness, most times, outburst of anger. Then sometimes we also have this physical indication, such as unexplained bruises, pains, and discomfort, most especially in private areas. Now, why do children stay silent when they face this kind of victimization? One, they are threatened or they are bribed. They also fear being blamed or punished, most especially with parents that are very harsh. And they also believe too that no one will believe them because the perpetrator must have told them so. Now, they don't have the vocabulary most times to even explain what they are going through. Silence, my dear parents, is not consent. It is nothing but fear. So, as a parent, you owe that child a responsibility of being observant. Be alert to subtle changes around your children. And then also learn to listen, dear parents. Give your child your full attention. Most times, these children tend to look at our disposition before opening up certain issues. And then also learn to make them have your full assurance. Tell them that they are not at fault. When we blame them on every single thing, by the time the perpetrator tells them that you're going to blame them for whatever happens, they believe because they are used to you blaming them for everything that happens around them. Then, dear parents, act. Let's stop looking at societal stigma, like covering up things. Report, protect, seek help immediately. This way, the perpetrator will not be walking around, freely while the child and the parents are in pain. Then also, let's learn to educate our children. Let's learn to teach them body boundaries and safe touch. A little girl child with big buttocks is not enough reason for everybody around to, hit the buttocks playfully. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's let the child know that these touches are not safe so that even when they are, in difficult situations, they won't take it as it is normal. So please teach them that their body belongs to them and no one should touch any of their private part, no matter, where it is located, their buttocks, even their lips, they are private. Tell them to tell a trusted adult when they feel uncomfortable. And most importantly, tell them that saying no is a right, is not a mark of disrespect, no matter who is involved. So please, dear parents, let's create a safe environment for our children. Build trust and openness at home. Keep the communication lines open and be mindful of who spend time with our children. Please monitor what your child also watches and who they interact with online. A safe home is the first, shield of protection for every child. So please, believe your child, even if though it's hard for you to understand what that child is saying. Report abuses to appropriate authorities. Seek medical and psychological help immediately. And most importantly, stand firm. Protecting your child is your duty. It is not an option. So every attentive parent saves a child's life. So let's be parents who see, who listen, and who act. Together we can collectively silence the abuser, not silencing our own children. Protecting a child is the greatest act of love. I remain your girl child advocate, Dr. Mrs. Precious Omoru.